Hello YouTubers, Jim here from Inverness in very quite sunny Scotland today, and I haven't done much of late, mainly because it's all been pretty quiet. It's also been very cold and quite wet, so I haven't done very much, and so I thought I'd do a quick update on where I am with my vehicles and also what's coming in the next few months on my channel. So let's start off with cars, and anyone who followed the saga of my electric vehicle will know I bought a BMW i4 which I picked up I think on the 10th of October last year. It just didn't go particularly well. Car was lovely, but long journeys, and I do quite a few long journeys, just were not practical. Over winter where range suffers, and then with pretty poor network, I suffered a few problems and decided not to continue, and so I gave the car back to BMW and I picked up the 530e hybrid car. So all is going well with that. I've driven just over 4,000 miles now. So I've done 2 trips to England in that. My wife's done a couple of trips down to Glasgow and back. We love it for long journeys. Get around about 55 miles to the gallon. That's the combined electric and petrol engine. The tank's a bit smaller, it's 40 litres, but gives us a range of about 400 miles on a run, which works fine, not any problem. And the biggest thing is you can charge it on the go. So it tends to work that the electric motor was always helping out the petrol motor, hence why the MPG is better than my diesel. And if you're running pure electric, and we don't do a lot of round town driving because we've got a little Golf that we do, but when we do it, I think currently the current trip is about 589 miles, of which about 280 of that has been on electric, pure electric. So it does pretty well all round, and so I will do a full review on that, probably film that next week. But yeah, really enjoying that car, so that's great. Next thing will be, I'm going to talk about the Himalayan, my Royal Enfield Himalayan. And again, see my videos on that, and didn't have many problems with it, bar if I just shortcomings of the bike really. I had new clocks fitted under warranty, and I decided though not to keep it, mainly because I just don't ride it. I don't really have the time for 2 bikes with all the things that have been going on in my life, and I'm getting back into my Golf again, so having 2 bikes, I always tend to ride the Goldwing. And although I took the Himalayan out, just realised that it just wasn't a bike for me. I know people love them, but I just never really bonded with the bike. And so I decided that I needed to buy a ride-on mower. I have a lot of grass here. And so I sold the Himalayan to We Buy Any Bike. I got a good price that I wanted. And I know they sold it in a couple of weeks because I had notification on my insurance. So that's now gone. So I am down to 1 bike, which is the first time that's been so for a fair few years now. I've had 2 bikes for quite a long time. But Himalayan's gone, and I shed no tears really when it went. Sorry to all those of you who love them and think they're wonderful. To me, they're just not. And then that brings me on to the Goldwing, my Goldwing bagger, which just a fabulous bike. Just works, just does everything I wanted to do. So I did a couple of winter rides on it, posted some videos, did one in January, did the last one in March. 5th of March, I think I went up the 500 a little bit. Had a nice ride, it was a nice day, a lot of salt on the road. It took me well over an hour to clean it when I got back, and it was caked in salt. So it's been parked up since then, but the roads are now much clearer. Hoping to get out on that. Might even get out over the weekend. It is going. We're going down to Edinburgh, to the Honda shop at Edinburgh, in about 10 days' time. April, I think 11th of April, and that's because it has a recall for PGM FI program failure. So I had that recall for a while, so that's booked in. That's about a 15-minute job, but to make it worthwhile, I decided I wanted a main stand. Mainly clean it over the winter. On the side stand's fine, but of course when you come to the other side, so I just decided it should have a main stand. So I've ordered that, and that will be fitted on that trip to Edinburgh. In terms of what am I going to be doing, especially on the bike, I'm going to visit a few places that haven't been before. Beaches, little monuments. I've done all the big roads, all the main roads, and I've ridden all over the Highlands. But the next adventure is we are going to Harris in mid-April. I am going to ride my bike, and my wife is going to drive our car, our Volkswagen Golf, and bring my doggies as well. So I get the best of both worlds. But the last time I was over Lewis and Harris was October 2021, and great, loved it. Lewis is very flat, Harris is very up and down mountainy. But said then if we go back I wanted to ride. And we were just talking about it and thought, hey, let's give that a go. So that's the next big adventure, and then lots of little places I said I want to go, which I'll take little movies of and post. So for those of you who are watching my channel to see the various disasters I seem to go through, nothing's going wrong. It's all going really well. The three vehicles, the Golf, which I don't really talk about, but hybrid, loving that, and Goldwing, loving that. So we're really going to focus this year on just having fun and going to see some places and taking some films of places when we're out and about, and through that updating where we are with the Goldwing, how we're getting on with it. We're about just below 4,000 miles right now, and as I said, it's just, I love it. It's a great bike. So that's where we are, and look out for more films and more updates, and hopefully some fun and a few laughs along the way. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.